unfortunately I need to record again. What I recorded earlier has no audio using Restream, so I will try to capture or to record what I have mentioned or what I talked about earlier on on different commodity markets. So I focused on gold, silver, uranium, and oil. So let's try to get that back again by recording this with another tool, and hopefully it can capture the audio. So instead of just the video, you see just scrambling the mouse pointer here and there. Hopefully you can also hear me talking and what I am trying to inform or give information on the public on gold, silver, uranium, and oil. So let's start with gold. This is the daily chart for gold, and still, if you as I see it, the price is still under the 200 baseline, which is telling me that the gold is in downtrend, and it is confirmed by the sell trend follower indicator here, which is that red line trying to follow the price from here at this point. And again, another confirmation that gold is still on the downtrend is of course our confirmation one that also started in here. Down there is a green zone, but those are needs to be confirmed by what we have in the trend follower and to the confirmation. So by this point on the daily chart, that gold is still in the downtrend. So how or when can we expect it to go back? We will try to use our lower time frame. So I usually use the 1 hour to see if there is already a signal that the price is trying to go back up. So in this case, in gold, I don't see any indication that the gold is going back up, because first in the hourly chart the price is still under the 250 baseline, which is telling me that still on the sell side. And of course, as we still see the strong sell trend follower here, and also although confirmation one has given the buy signal here, but it is not yet a complete buy, because we still need to consult our trend follower indicator and our confirmation 2 indicator. So in this case, 2 of these indicators are telling us that it is still on the selling pressure. Okay, so meaning at this point we don't want to buy gold yet until those indicators give us a buying signal. Then we are good to go. Okay, so that is the index for gold. And if you are trying to find a stock for gold, you can visit the Barrick Gold Corporation. This is listed in the New York Stock Exchange, and same as the index for gold, we are still on the selling pressure. So okay, until we see, although we have a positive indicators here that the trend follower is on show that buy zone, we can have it as a good news, and then confirm it with this one here. This is what March 4, And then also confirmation 2 is trying to get back up on the buy zone. Then once this is here, this the confirmation is in the buy zone, then we can start putting, or we can use this as our stop loss, and then calculate your risk, how many shares do you want, and then try to buy it. Okay, so once we have that, but until those indicators are not yet confirmed, then we will just stay in monitoring this stock. So next is GLD. GLD is for ETF for gold, and if you see this one, I think this still on the sell zone, just like the gold index. So prices on or below 250 baseline, and sell trend follower indicator is still on, and we don't see any good buying signs also in our confirmation and confirmation 2. So now let's check if there is already a good sign in the lower time frame. So the 4 hour, the 1 hour. Okay, so unlike Barrix, GLD ETF is still no sign buy. Okay, so it's still on the sell zone, and I think that is telling us to stay on the sideline until we see the price coming back up in here, the sell or the buy trend follower indicator show up. We have a buy indicator in the confirmation, and the confirmation 2 goes back up into the buy zone. So that's the time we need to get some GLD ETF. So that's for gold. And next we let's see how the silver ETF or silver index goes. So let's see the daily chart for silver. Okay, so for silver, price or the trend is still up. We can see that although price already breaks the 50 baseline, the red one, the red line here, there. Okay, the 200 baseline is still holding up, but of course it is, the other indicators is still telling us that we are still on the selling zone or selling pressure. So how or when we need to get some silver again, let's try to visit 1 hour if we will see any improvements in this time frame. Okay, so far we don't see any good news for buyers in the 1 hour time frame as well, because the indicator or the sell trend follower is still on. The price is still below this 250 MA, although we have that buy signal there, but it is not a complete recipe for buying opportunity, because we have this, and confirmation 2 is still on the sell zone. So we don't see any improvement yet for the silver market. So if you are interested in ETF for silver, I am watching the PSLV ETF. So this is Sprott's physical silver trust ETF. So if you'd like a more if you'd like to buy more shares out from your capital, because it is priced at $9.05 at the moment, you can wait for opportunities in this silver ETF. So just like its index, Sprott Silver Trust is still in the selling pressure as of the moment. So once we see the price coming back up, at least in the 50 baseline, or this one changed to a buying trend follower indicator, and the confirmation 2 goes back up into the buy zone, then it's a good opportunity, or it's a good sign that the probability of silver going up is in your favor. But as of the moment, we don't have that yet. Okay, so that's for silver. Let's see the uranium. So for uranium, we are watching, or I am watching, BHP, which is a mining company listed in Australia, and I think this company also have in New York stocks, or in the US stock market. And also I am watching CCJ or Cameco. So for BHP group, let's visit the daily chart. So the daily chart is telling us that BHP is still in an uptrend. So price is still above the 50 and the 200 baseline, and confirmation 1 and 2 are all positive or in the buy zone. So meaning we are still good to hold if you are trading. But for me, I am planning to hold this for a long period of time because of the opportunity that uranium, which I believe will give us a good return in the years to come. So what I'm trying to accomplish is, if there is an opportunity for us to accumulate or add some shares for BHP and CCJ to position in the uranium opportunity, then instead of selling it, I'll accumulate more. Okay, so again, for BHP, the trend is still up, and if you are trading, you're still good to hold your position. So to see if we need to sell, if let's say if in case I am a trader for BHP, again we have to look into the 1 hour time frame and the 4 hour time frame. So currently, if you are a trader in BHP, then you should sold some or all of your stocks in March 4 because of this signal here. Okay, so the sell zone is already in here. The sell trend follower started here. You have that sell indicator there, and the confirmations 2 is heading up to the sell zone. So yeah, if you were able to sold your shares there, so good for you. And then let's see the 4 hours. If you are trading the 4 hour, okay, so there is also a chance that this might be the start of a decline of the price. So hopefully this for the buyers, for the bulls, this line, the 10 baseline will hold. Okay, if the price break this, then I suggest you sold your position if you are a trader. Okay, so that's it for BHP. Let's see CCJ. So CCJ is another uranium mining, another opportunity for you to accumulate some shares for for companies that are exposed in uranium. So in here Cameco was able to hold this line this week, the baseline, and sorry for that. And I think it's trying to catch up or go back up again. So for buyers or the trading, if you are trading this, it's still good to hold. So let's see if there is a weakness in the 4 hour. Okay, so again, it's still holding up, but if this sign here continues, then I suggest you exit some of your position if you are a trader for CCJ. Okay, so that is for uranium. Now the last one that we need to cover for this week's commodity charts is the oil. Okay, so oil actually have a very good performance this week because OPEC plus country, I think Saudi Arabia, in their OPEC meeting announced that they will continue their production cut up until April. So that means the supply of oil in the market will decrease, and since we are, or most of the countries are rolling up or started rolling their vaccination program, we will see a demand in oil. So that's the reason I think that why the price of oil breaks out from that blue line, which is the resistance or the highest price during on January 8th last year. So in this development, I think if you are a trader, you are still good to go if you are trading oil. And if you want to see the 4 hour time frame, okay, so unless this the price will go down and breaks the trend follower indicator and show a sell trend follower indicator, and then you see a red dot in our confirmation, and we see a sell signal in the confirmation 2, which is 1, this market trend goes into the sell zone, or that green crosses the red, then it's a sell signal for you as a trader. So for now, I am a trader for in oil, and that's the sign that I am looking for. But until the buy signal are good, then I will hold my positions in oil. So hopefully you got some idea on this market on gold, silver, uranium, and oil. And yeah, I will see you in my next video for the weekend review in forex market. Thank you everyone, and happy Saturday again.